Coffee with Chris.
Hi guys, welcome to another market update, bit of an interview really with one of our clients, but also someone who we've worked with for a long time, who's a really good friend of ours. So today I'm with the amazing Adam McKAY. Hello, Adam.
Hello, hi Chris. Thanks for asking me to come on.
That's all right. I just wanted to find out a bit about how you're getting on in the current market, and just really see what Sawbridgeworth's doing at the moment. Most of the agents we've spoken to, obviously, nothing's really happening. The market's pretty much plateaued. But you're keeping yourself kind of very active in your local market. How are you doing that?
We're doing, first question is about what the market's happening. Unfortunately, we had quite a few sales fall through when it first kicked off. We did our best to keep as much in the pipeline still going. We work with an external chain progressor, Alison, and she's fantastic. And I think you've interviewed a couple of other people she works with as well. But that was the main priority, trying to keep as much together. Unfortunately, the average age of people in my town is quite high, so it was natural that we had a few fall out due to just being in their 80s, late 70s, and high risk to COVID-19. But then I went into sort of operation, what we're going to do with this time. So we've started implementing a lot of change in the business. A lot of it is to do with video. A lot of the ideas have come from you guys over the last couple of years. We haven't done internal trainings, resource videos. Yourself and Mr. Watkin giving me a lot of advice regarding interviews like we're doing now with local community people. So I've done about 10 of those so far. We've published 4, which is I drip them out every 3 or 4 days, and they're getting quite a high reach across Facebook and social media.
Why are you doing that? I mean, we've worked together before on projects, Love Sawbridgeworth, things like that, where you're effectively embedding yourself into your community in a non-sales way. Why have you taken that kind of position, that content marketing position, and what has that done for your business?
Well, yeah, I don't mind touching on that Love Sawbridgeworth actually, because obviously born from the digital mayor idea from Gary Vaynerchuk and then Chris Watkin, digital mayor, was a great idea. I jumped on it quite early. I did jump on it quite early, and I employed your services to come down. And if I was to look at my most favourite day at work ever, that was probably my most favourite day at work ever, because it didn't feel like work. We were just having fun, going around to the community. I got to meet a lot of different businesses in the area.
Yeah, we had a couple of
good days. We went from like 5 people. I think we had about 5 people in the group in the morning. By the end of the day, we had about 1,100 people join the group, didn't we? Yeah, because they thought a film crew was in town. but no, that's So we've just shy of 2,000 people in our Love Sawbridgeworth group. Which, to put that in perspective, my small town's only got 8,000 people in it. So we've done quite well. But so we've done probably 7 or 8 videos a year, and then in the last couple of weeks I've done over 10 on there, and it's just helping people know each other more. And so it's just trying to give something back to the community. Like there's a chap who is a minister at a local church I interviewed the other day. He's doing fantastic things for the elderly in our town, and set up a few different schemes going on to help get shopping, medication, and a helpline. And it's just not a lot of people knew he was doing that. So it's just helping the community, which has been great.
How important do you think it is to stay present, and effectively put your face to your town, not just in this crisis, but generally?
Oh, it's hugely important. In good times, bad times, marketing should always be consistent. And when you're struggling financially, when the world's struggling in recession, I set up in 2010, my business in 2010. I had some other agents locally. I remember certain scenarios, bumping into agents going, you must be mad. But I think if you put yourself out there during those times, and people remember that as well. People remember that you were still trying. You weren't sitting on your backside in the garden just soaking in the sun. You were out there trying to help people, and you were trying the hardest to be be seen. And people aren't stupid. I think they know that you're doing it because you are out there. But I think people can see if you're genuine. And you do actually care, and I've had a lot of comments saying, "Oh, thanks a lot, Adam." I've got probably about 40 people I've got a contact to interview. Where I've had people nominations. I did a social media campaign for NHS key workers for Easter, where I gave £100 restaurant voucher. That went down really, really well.
Amazing. What's your plan post lockdown? What's your business plan for for the rest of the year?
It all depends how long it goes on. Is to do more and more video. Yeah, one big thing. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a green screen behind me. It's not just Zoom. You've helped me set it up today.
Much nicer key than my Fadini Outie.
Maybe when you post this, I'll do a little photo of what it looked like.
Oh, amazing.
And have a more systemized business-wise. My plan is to not get caught up in the day-to-day business and become a bit more a business owner while still being in the business.
Yeah.
I want to be better at my numbers. I'm working with John Paul on that quite hard at the moment. I'm quite excited. I don't feel scared or frightened, or I don't feel like a rabbit in the headlights like some people I've been speaking to are. I think what's been really wonderful is there's so much friendship during the property world. I've really spoken to other agents locally and around the country every day since COVID-19. There's been someone, trying to have a quick chat later. We're talking about doing a Zoom call with 3 or 4 agents locally. We're competitors, but we thought, what can we help? So I phoned a couple of agents locally and said, let's jump on a Zoom call, do a 10-minute, tips for sellers, home movers, and I think it will all get benefit from it. And I was surprised everyone said yes. So,
I think everyone's in a position where they're just wanting to do what they can, and I think aside from that sort of competitive nature, I think people want to stay busy. I think one of the harder parts of this period has been a kind of close down in your normal routine. Your commute is from your bedroom to your kitchen or to your office, or to from and your total step count is how many times you're running around the house after the children, or if you can get out for an hour's exercise at some stage during the day, then that's really good. But I think a lot of people are beating themselves up about. I've seen a lot of articles about this, from childrenless single people, or couples who are like, oh, it's amazing, I've learned a new language, or I've read 15 books, or whatever. I think people have to be realistic and not beat themselves up. We're like you. We've got a young family. If we can get 2 or 3 hours of working in a day, we can try and get an hour's school work in with the children. And at the end of the day, everyone goes to bed having been fed, the house is tidy-ish, and and you've been sort of productive. I'm taking that as a win.
Yeah.
I think it's hard it's easy to say, if you're a multimillionaire, and you've got a big house, and you've got no kids, to say, oh, use the time productively. But I think realistically, we want to just get through this period together as a community, and then I think there will be a lot more support. I've seen a lot of great bits of content from you, from people like Zoe Bywater in Bedford, from Steve Wayne in London, from Pete Lawrence, in Ruislip, and everyone's just putting lots of great community stuff out there. And I think it will bring communities closer. And I think those businesses that do survive this, will be the ones that are looked after by their community. Do you think? I
think so. Yeah, it's a way of really getting to know people more, isn't it? By using video, because you get to and by interviewing a couple of people, which I don't know that well recently, I thought, well, they're such a nice guy. You're going to keep in touch, and I'd like to think a lot of good's going to come out of this at the other end, and I think the businesses who put themselves out there, the business are still trying as hard as they can to help the community, are going to reap the rewards in the long run. And going back to what you said about children, I've got 2 young children, and it is hard. My wife's really lucky. She's been great actually, because she's looking after the children, and 2 weeks ago she said to me, you can't carry on doing this. I was getting up at 6, working till 10, 12 at night, and she said, you can't do that. So I'm trying a bit of a balance. So we're starting the working day, my team, at 10 o'clock, and we're trying to finish by 6. This week I'm going to try and have a bit more time. An hour for 3, 4 or 5 before the children have dinner, and that's what I'm trying to stick to, and just be more disciplined on that. Yeah. It's important, while they're off, never going to get this time back, are we? So we've got to try to, and weekends is just fun in the garden. Yeah.
So what would your advice be, just finally, for for other agents in your position, how would you be telling them to use what time they can, to look after themselves and their businesses? What would your advice be?
My advice would be, I've never been the strictest person on timekeeping and having keeping to my ideal diary, but I've been finding it really useful to have a plan each day and trying to get the defined times in my diary. Time for doing the video stuff, time for doing social media, time for looking at the business costs and planning, financial planning, time for your team members as well. We're not only having more communication between the team, we're having one-to-ones and I'm finding it probably we're a closer team than we've ever been actually.
Yeah.
We're using things like Google Sheets, which has been great. So we're sharing our to-do list together. Everyone can see what we're doing, and use video. Jump on video. I find actually when you're doing interviews, you come away feeling a little bit buzzy, and you've enjoyed doing it, and they're not that long to edit. You can cut and paste them as long as no one swears in the middle of it.
I think actually come the end of this, I think things like this we'll continue to do.
100%.
I think chats with clients like this, and reviews on projects and things, and also we found that Zoom is a tool for a review and sign off. The screen sharing options within this are great. If you're halfway through a video project for us, for example, and you just want to check something quickly with the client in terms of look and feel, or something you've made a change on, you can jump on a 10-minute Zoom, share your screen with them, and they can see the editing live, which has been a revelation for me. Because rather than having to sort of export files, send them back and forth, wait for them to come back and say, yeah, that's fine, or no, that's not fine. You can have an instant, oh no, can we just change the color, or can we just look at how that cut runs, or can we just cover that over with a bit of supplementary footage, and literally do that small bit of editing almost doing it instantly, which will take out a load of headaches in terms of our process. So actually I think there've been some good things to come out of this from
100%. Myself and Michael, we've always found, I don't know, probably other agents say, when you're doing staff training, team training, and you take someone out on evaluation to show how you're doing it and stuff like that can feel quite awkward, because the person mirroring you, might be, feeling a little bit awkward. But I've been doing my evaluations with Michael on the Zooms, and he's found it really good because he's there, but he's being involved, So I think that's a great process as well. So I think the virtual evaluations of, for someone thinking, I just need a value for my mortgage purposes, I don't want to invite you out, can you tell me value over the phone? Well, no, I need to come and see you. Now we can say, I'll just jump on Zoom, I'll send you a link now. You can. I think it's great.
Adam, thanks a million for your time today. I wish you and your family the best, and I hope you stay safe. And I look forward to seeing you after this for a proper beer.
Lovely. Lovely.
But thanks a million, and look after yourself.
Send my love to Michelle and the girls. Yeah.
I will do. Cheers, mate. Thanks a million.
Bye.